Hey everyone, Kelly Dean Allen here with you again. Got a quick and easy one for you today. Going to show you how to play Here Comes My Girl by Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers from the band's mega-selling album from 1979, Damn the Torpedoes. Not going to waste any time chit-chatting here. Let's dig right into this one, shall we? Alright then, Here Comes My Girl and Tom Petty from Damn the Torpedoes. We are in standard tuning for this tutorial. Throughout this track we're using 4 chords and 2 variations on those chords. A major, B major, E major, and F sharp minor. And the 2 variations we're using, B major with an A in the root and A major played in this position here, 7, 6, 5 of the D, G, and B with the open A. Right? So this track starts with drums, and when the guitars do kick in, they kick in with this big slide down the neck into an A power chord. Kind of like that, right? Then we're going to grab a very quick A and then drop into this B major triad, just a bar here on the 4s of the D, G, and B string with our index. Quick A before it. Kind of like that. Along with the open A, you're going to strike this chord, right? That's one of the variations on the chords that we're using. So we're not striking a full B major, right? And then we're going to hit another open A, drop into the A major in this position, another open A, and then back to the B major again with the A in the root, right? And that's pretty much the riff. It's just A to B to A to B. All going on the 4 middle strings. Almost every time to kickstart it again, big slide down the neck, right? And you're going to repeat that like 6 times at the beginning of this track. The 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th time, little variation. But over top of that is this. Right? And this is going on all throughout the track. Now, it's impossible to play both of those guitar parts at the same time. It is 2 separate guitars. Little double stops here. We're keeping our middle finger planted on the 12 of the B, and we're going to go 11, 12, 14 of the high E, and then reverse it back off to 12, back off to 11. Little pause, and then strike the 12, 11, right? And that is going on throughout the song. And so anyway, when the vocals come in, so we're hanging in each of these chords for a bar, right? A bar of A, bar of B, bar of A, bar of B, bar of A. So the first 2 times you're just grabbing a quick A before striking each of these chords. Back off to A. Right, and over top of that is that. And when the vocals come in, we're going to start chugging on the open A string for every the second half of every bar. Kind of like ba-dum, bum, ba-da-dum, right? Ba-dum, bum, ba-da-dum. 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 Ba-dum, bum. Right? Big slide back. So when the vocals come in, you're going to repeat that 4 times, just like that. And then leading into the chorus, we're going to drop off to E major, a bar of E major, down to a bar of A, back to a bar of E major, back to a bar of A. With that kind of strumming, right? Sharp minor, 1 bar, then into B, and hang in B for 3 bars. And the 3rd bar, you're just going to drop onto the sus of this B major on the 5th fret of the B string and let it ring. So you're going to hang in that B for 2 full bars, and then the 3rd bar, you're going to drop onto the sus, strike the B major chord with the sus suspended note there, and let it ring for a bar. So that's the chorus. let it ring. Another big slide down the neck into A, back into B, back into A. Ba-dum-bum, ba-da-dum, ba-dum-bum, ba-da-dum, ba-dum-bum, ba-da-dum. Right into the next verse. Second verse, second chorus, same as the first. Now, during the chorus, there is a guitar a little bit buried in the mix, I think playing along with piano, playing this. Right there. So we're holding a bar here on the 9s, D, G, and B string, and we're going to start on the 10 of the B, pull it off to 9, and then pull 11 off to 9 of the G string. And then you're going to repeat that, but the second time coming off that 11 of the G, you're going to go back to the 9 of the B. And then you're going to go up to the 9 of the G, hammer on to 11, back off to 9. Right, and then you're going to do a hammer on from 9 to 11 of the D and catch the 9 of the G on the upstroke like 5 times. Kind of like that, right? And repeat. He may be finger picking this, right? Kind of like that, but you can use a pick. And repeat. And to finish, just going to hammer on from 9 to 10 of the B, catch the 9 of the high E on the upstroke, and repeat twice. Kind of like that, right? Right, and that's going on over these chords, right? Into the next verse. And like I said, the second verse, second chorus, same as the first, and then we drop into the bridge, or the middle 8, which is 8 bars of F sharp, just chugging, right? Bum, 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 ba-dum, 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 ba-dum. Just basically on one note here, this F sharp note at the 2nd fret. Now, that's going to continue for like 8 bars, and he's throwing in this little lick. So just hammering on 4 onto 6 of the G, back to 4, backing it up to 3, grabbing the 4 of the D, and then the 5 of the B, and letting those notes ring together. Right over top of this. Right? You can't really do it on one guitar. 2 separate guitars, right? But that's the little lick over top of this. For the bridge, and that just drops right back into A again. Right into another verse chorus, which we've already learned. And there you go. That is how you play Here Comes My Girl by Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, not the Torpedoes. Not Tom Petty and the Torpedoes, Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers from Damn the Torpedoes from 1979. Certainly hope you enjoyed that, found it helpful. If you did, please hit that like button right down there. Maybe drop me a subscribe if you haven't done that already, as that would be very kind. Hope you're well out there, and we will see you next time. Cheers.